Hey guys, Dan Malone here from MassLive.com along with Mark Chiarelli of the Maroon Musket.
How's it going?
We're here at McGurk Stadium where UMass just finished up its home slate with a 20-13 loss to Miami of Ohio. It was a battle of two win teams. Miami walks out with the third win. UMass falls to 2-9, 1-6 in the MAC. But this was a game that UMass had a chance to go down and tie in kind of the final minutes there. They drove 66 yards and looked pretty good doing it. Needing a score, they were moving the ball up tempo, and then all of a sudden everything falls apart. Blake Fernapple scrambles on third down, comes up short, and then after a timeout, throws a pick. A pretty bad pick where he's kind of under pressure and has to throw up a little fade pass, and it's an easy two-handed grab for the defensive end there, and that basically ends the game for them. It ends the home season where, another disappointing loss for UMass. And I think kind of the end of that drive just summed up everything we saw from this team today.
It did. Poor offensive line play. Offensive line was probably one of the worst performances I've seen from them all year. Another red zone interception. We've seen it all year. It's happened to them all year. And just an inability to string things together. I think I couldn't think of two straight drives this whole game that you said, hey, the offense looks like it's moving pretty good. It was just helter-skelter all game, and that drive summed it up.
Yeah, they started out looking all right. They were throwing the ball downfield to Tajay Sharp. He had 4 catches on the first 2 drives, and they get down, they score a field goal. I think that was what really did them in the first half. They had to settle for field goals. It was a 6-3 game at halftime. Not exactly what you'd call action. But when push came to shove, they got it together a little bit in the second half, and then just have everything fall apart in that similar fashion where Blake's under pressure. How many times did he get sacked today?
Yeah,
5 or 6.
At least it was 6.
Yeah, 6 times.
It could have probably been 12. He was running for his life on a lot of plays.
Yeah, and we didn't get him post game because he was he was getting medical attention, which. It seems, he's getting banged up every week, and you're at this point in the season where no one's healthy anyway. You have to wonder just how much that's holding him back.
There was a specific play, the second to last play of the game. He got hit as he threw, and you could see him holding his arm, and he was either holding his arm or his hand, and we did not get to talk to him after the game.
Yeah, and I think it probably ended up part of being that fumble on the lateral play at the end.
Yep, that certainly didn't help.
Yeah, UMass very nearly lost 20 or 26-13, but they ruled that a forward pass had happened on the lateral. That would have just been as disgraceful as you could think of to have them score a touchdown on a fumble on that. Defensively, they played well in the first half.
I think so.
They made freshman Billy Ball look like a freshman. Miami was held to 41 yards in the first 2 quarters. And then in that first drive of the third quarter, Miami comes out 18 plays, 83 yards. More than twice the yards they'd gotten the entire first half and punches it in. And you're thinking third quarter problems all over again.
Yeah, I think the most disappointing part, and the defense played well. It played well enough for them to win this game. But I think the most disappointing part is that there was not a lot of creativity on the side of Miami. It was essentially, we're going to run it right down your throat, and we're going to pick on your cornerbacks on comeback routes, and it was not a lot of scheming going on. They're going to run it down your throat, and this is how we're going to beat you, and they did it for the most part in the second half.
And there wasn't a lot of scheming on UMass's side either. Mark Whipple said after the game that just because of the injury situation, specifically in the secondary, that they're limited in what they can call in terms of coverages and defenses. And he said that they weren't calling anything different in the second half. The players just weren't executing the way they were getting out muscled, out toughed. And it showed. They pounded the ball, down their throats on a couple drives. Miami stepped up and scored when they needed to, and they would held UMass on a couple pretty crucial 3-and-outs. And I think, it's just the same story of this team over and over again this year. They have a team that, maybe they're not better than Miami, but they're just as good.
Yeah.
They're both 2-win teams. They're at home. The home finale, senior day, when you have a huge class graduating. This is a game that you have to get up, mentally, and you have to win this game.
The problem that I face is I'd like to compare, in my head I compare to what we saw last year. And we saw the offense do some pretty incredible things last year, and we saw some growth. And now just to see the plateau and the decline this year compared to last year is like you said, I went into this game fully thinking that UMass is a better team than Miami. The records might be the same. They might both be 2 wins, but UMass should be a better team, should have won that game, and they didn't look like one. There was no discrepancy really between these 2 teams.
Yeah, and now kind of their personal goal of winning 4 games as opposed to 3 last year is out the window. The best they can do is 3-9. And I don't know about you, I don't feel super great about them getting that done on the road next week, just because
That's a tough one.
Buffalo is a team that has a veteran quarterback. They have a veteran running back. Buffalo is a place where they've played poorly, a team that they've played poorly for 3 years, and they're going to have to kind of pull out all the stops here to get a win on the day after Thanksgiving, and kind of keep this, at least win-loss wise, from being a step back.
And you wonder, you have senior day at home. It's your second to last game. Now you've got there's a holiday mixed in this week, and it's kind of just like after another just totally disappointing, disheartening loss. How do you get up for that last game when you go to the concrete valley that is Buffalo?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they've got a short week to get that done now here, so we'll see how they handle it. Mark, thanks for coming on the video. I don't think we're going to have one next week just because, not the full complement of writers are making it out to Buffalo. So I think this might be our last football video of the year. Mark, thanks for joining us this year, and thanks for watching.